right, the hot weather is here. So now it's time for the hot towns. So the hot towns are returning. I'm gonna go over the hottest towns in Massachusetts. This first category, just bear with me. I'm gonna really dive through very quick because I want to get to the, the really hot towns that really have a high percentage of going over asking. But let me just dive right into it. So I'm just gonna give an honorable mention to these towns here. I'm just gonna list them off. So these towns here, the average of the whole town or city were 7% above asking. So 7% above all these towns. Webster, Wakefield, Townsend, Sutton, Somerville, Princeton, Norwood, North Andover, Malden, Lexington, Holbrook, Franklin, Foxborough, Eastham, Boxford, Acton, and Arlington. All 7% above asking. All right, so now let's look at the towns that went 8% above asking. So Topsfield, North Attleboro, Montague, Melrose, Medway, East Hampton, and Ashby, 8% above asking. So those are just, the honorable mentions. Now let's dive a little more detail, into the really hot towns in Massachusetts. All right, let's look at Hatfield, Massachusetts. So Hatfield, average sales price, $458,000. Average list price, $416,000. On average, 9% above asking. It's only based on 3 homes. One thing I should mention, if a town had 1 or 2 homes, I didn't even include it because that's just too little of a sample size. I'd be here all day if I was given all those homes. So 3 was the minimum, to make the list. You had to have at least 3 sales, 3 homes that sold in that town. So one home that really jumped out, obviously here, was they had one home that was listed for $499,000 and it sold for $600,000. So it went 20% above asking. So that one home alone, really helped push up the numbers. But healthy numbers looking, in Hatfield, in the last 30 days. All right, next town is Northampton. So Northampton, 9% above asking. Average sales price, $712,000. Average list price, $670,000. So on average, like I said, 9% above. Average days on market, 24. And this is based on 10 homes. Some of the categories that jumped out here, $600,000 to $699,000 range was 2 listings, but they went on average 31% above asking. Another home that jumped out was listed at $399,000. It was sold for $453,000, so went 14% above asking. Then we got Wilmington, Massachusetts. Wilmington, 9% above asking on average. Average sales price, $739,000. Average list price, $680,000. Average days on market, 16. 20 homes sold. So pretty good sample size. A couple categories, I won't go too deep. $800,000 and $899,000. There were 3 homes that sold. On average of those homes, it was 13% above asking. Another category, $600,000 to $699,000. 5 homes sold in that category for an average of 11% above asking on all those homes. So pretty good numbers there in that category if you're looking to sell. Obviously, this is the hot towns. So this is where people want to go. This is where people are trying to get into and they're paying over asking. So this is more from a seller's perspective than a buyer's perspective. But you can watch my Massachusetts real estate market update where I dive into all kinds of categories. So you can see some categories as far as that's good for a buyer's perspective. But this video obviously is geared towards what's hot in Massachusetts, what's moving right now, and what are people paying for. All right, then we have Stoneham, Massachusetts. Stoneham, average sales price, $816,000. Average list price, $753,000. 9% above asking. Average days on market, only 13 days. And this is based on 11 homes. Just the one category that stood out to me was $800,000 to $899,000. 2 homes sold. 15% above asking on those 2 homes. All right, then we have Norfolk, Massachusetts. Again, 9% above asking. Average sales price, $944,000. Average list price, $862,000. So pretty big gap there. That's based on 6 homes. But here's the kicker. Average days on market, 8. That's it, 8 days on these 6 homes. So things are moving fast. And the category, that was the hottest, 1 million to 1.5, 2 homes, 17% above. Category right under that, 900,000 to 1 million, 1 home, 12% above asking. All right, then we have Milton, Massachusetts, 9% above asking. Average sales price, $1,077,000. Average list price, $979,000. This is based on 12 homes. Average days on market, only 17 days. So 2 categories that jumped out, 1 million and 1.5 million. 3 homes on average, 14% above asking. 1.5 to 2 million. 2 homes, 14% above asking in that category also. Then we had Marblehead, Massachusetts. Marblehead, average sales price, $1,406,000. Average list price, $1,259,000. 9% above asking. Average days on market, 26. And that was based on 19 homes. A couple categories that jumped out to me. 1 million and 1.5 million. Starting to see a trend here. 2 homes, 18% above asking. And then there was 2 homes sold in the $4 million to $5 million range, and they went on average 28% above asking. All right, let's jump over to Haverhill. Haverhill, 10% above asking on average. So average sales price, $590,000. Average list price, $539,000. It's based on 21 homes, pretty good sample size, 19 days on market, you know, in Haverhill. So pretty much every category in Haverhill was going above asking. So I'm not going to dive into every little one. I guess if I'll look at one, so, you know, from $600,000 to $699,000 was 5 homes, and they went on average 12% above asking, you know, just in that one category. But all the categories went above asking. Then we have Irving, Massachusetts. Irving, average sales price, $327,000. Average list price, $293,000. So they went on average 13% above asking. They had 3 homes sold, which is the minimum to get on the list. Average days on market, 21. But obviously all 3 homes on average above asking. Then we have Medford, Massachusetts. In Medford, average sales price, $934,000. Average list price, $819,000. 14% above asking. Average days on market, 10. This is based on 18 homes. So things are moving fast in Medford, Massachusetts. A couple categories real quick. From $900,000 to $1 million, 6 homes sold in that category, 13% above asking on those 6 homes. And then the category right above it, 1 million to 1.5 million, 5 homes sold in that category for an average of 17% above asking. All right, what about Lincoln, Massachusetts? So Lincoln, Massachusetts, average sales price, $1,438,000. Average list price, $1,273,000. So on average, in Lincoln, 16% above asking. Average days on market, 27. 5 homes, so not bad, not a huge sample size, but, you know, good enough sample size where, you know, this town makes the hot list, right? One category jumped out because it was 2 homes. 2 of those 5 were in this category, 1 million to 1.5 million, and they went for an average of 34% above asking. All right, and last but not least, we got Hubbardston, Massachusetts. So the average sales price here was $551,000. Average list price, $489,000. Based on 3 homes, made the list, and 17% for the town above asking was the average. So average days on market, 54, a little high, but there was 1 home, you know, that was on the market for $199. It ended up selling for $269, but it took 155 days, you know, for that offer to, you know, come through and for that house to be sold. But it went for 35% above asking. So they held out, and, you know, they got more than what they, you know, were listing it at. So obviously the other 2 categories, one was 7% above, one was 10% above. All good things in Hubbardston. So that's a wrap for this month's Hot Town. So the hot months are back. The hot towns are back. Glad to bring them to you. If you have any question at all, reach out to me. I'll throw my number on the screen. And other than that, enjoy the summer. 4th of July will be here before we know it.